What is up, YouTube? So tonight I'm at the reptile room doing some cleaning. Don't look behind me, I swear. It's not in your best interest. And I was doing a little checkup on the tarantulas, and I noticed that Vlad the Impaler, one of two of my male Theraphosa stirmi, which are the Burgundy Goliath bird eaters, has just recently molted. And there's something very special about his most recent molt, and that is that he molted into a mature male. So it was his ultimate molt. And what I mean by that is that tarantulas go through a series of molts that lead to maturity in their life. However, male animals reach a ultimate molt where they become sexually mature and develop specialized sexual organs, some of which are the emboli, the bulbous pedipalps, tibial hooks, for example. And so once they've done this, it's a very rare thing for one to ever molt again. It's actually not supposed to happen. So that's one of the reasons why people try to base their collection off female animals, because they reach maturity and continue to molt and usually live out a much lengthier lifespan. But that being said, male animals can live quite a long time too, and they do make great pets regardless. Anyways, this is exciting because we do have at least 2 female Burgundy Goliaths here in the collection. For those of you that don't know, since my most recent video, the video on all 6 of my Goliaths, after the freak incident, you know, my bad news video, if you want to see that, we did lose 2 of those Goliaths. Fortunately, we still have 2 pairs, coincidentally, so 2 females and 2 males. And one of the males is much younger. So if for any reason Vlad the Impaler here loses his fertility over time before any of the females are ready to breed with him, at least we have our other little dude who's nowhere near mature. He's got to be at least 2 to 3 molts shy of that ultimate molt, as I explained before. So yeah, we'll at least be able to point out the bulbous pedipalps and maybe the emboli. So the thing that the male tarantula will do is, after, you know, hardening its exoskeleton and spending some time chilling and eating, and when it's ready, it'll create what's called a sperm web. So it usually makes a web hammock, flips upside down underneath it, and loads sperm into it. He'll go back and load his bulbous pedipalps, or the emboli, which can store the sperm and keep it viable for lengthy periods of time. And then that male will venture out of his burrow and look for females. So he'll drum around and try and find females' burrows and approach them and copulate. So if you're wondering what tarantula breeding looks like, you can watch a video up here. I have actually quite a few videos. You can watch a list of them there, breeding videos. So you can see what tarantula copulation or breeding, mating looks like. So I wanted to show Vlad to you guys. He's pretty fresh. I don't want to bug him too much, but he is looking mighty fine. He's got a nice new paint job. And we'll see if we can point out the bulbous pedipalps. So let's take a look at Vlad. Alright guys, so here's Vlad the Impaler. I don't want him to kick hairs because he already tried. But here he is. Look at that spood. So before you freak out, that is not a dead spider. That is his old exoskeleton. And here he is now. See how fresh he looks with the red setae, which are the hairs all over his body there. Oh, that's a nice looking spider. Look at him. Yeah, he's like, leave me alone. And that's what we're gonna do. Again, we don't want to bug him too much, but wondering if I can just show you guys. If I can gently. Oh, a bit of a hair kicking. Okay, so shame on me, that escalated quickly. I confess, I gently tapped him with a paintbrush just on the side here, and he just went up into a threat posture. So yes, I didn't want to stress him. I accidentally did, but we have to take advantage of this moment since he's reared up and show you. So check out these pedipalps. You can see that the morphology of them has changed extensively. And those are the emboli there. You can see on the tips. I'll try and put some little arrows to point them out. So it's using those organs up there in the top that he's going to inseminate the female. Yeah, so, and then they describe those as bulbous pedipalps, and the emboli are on them. If that makes sense. hopefully. Now also, because this is a freshly molted tarantula, you can see how he has more or less white fangs. Now, when it comes to feeding spiders, after a molt, you won't want to feed or offer any prey until those fangs have gone from that white to red and then close to black. And the reason for that is because, as I mentioned before, the animal's exoskeleton and fangs are hardening after that molt. And you don't want to be offering them food. If the off chance that they accept prey, they can actually damage their fangs on it if they're not ready to be eaten yet. So we're gonna leave Vlad alone now so he can, you know, do his thing and harden up. But I just wanted to show you guys this beautiful new animal's body, because it's very fascinating to see how their morphology changes. I forgot to mention that usually mature males become a lot leggier than they were previously. So you'll see an adult animal go from being, you know, relatively bulky or similarly built to a female and suddenly molt out into this leggier, longer legged male that I find has a lot to do, like, I think the purpose of that is so that they're a bit more sprawled out when it comes to breeding, that they can A, cover more ground, to run away, kind of puts them on stilts like a daddy long legs, if you will. And then it also, being leggier, keeps the body sort of further away from a female. So if you think about it, you have this animal here in the center and these long legs going out. If she grabs a leg or two and he can automatize them and let them, you know, release them, kind of like a gecko drops his tail, it offers him the opportunity to escape and get away without being consumed by the female, as you have probably seen it in this video up here of my attempted P. regalis mating number 2. Not fun stuff. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you haven't yet and you enjoy these tarantula videos and all my other content, please do consider subscribing. I really appreciate the following, and I'll have so many more videos on the way soon. Give Vlad a thumbs up for a job well done. These guys sometimes struggle with their molts, and he did a great job. So awesome stuff. Everybody take care and have an awesome week. Whoa! Hey man, that's not your food, this is. What did I say, man? Oh!